I want to talk about the other side of the coin on inflation, because I think that we have hammered the point for a long time now that, the government was really
slow,
sort of like off-piste by printing
incompetent
trillions and trillions of dollars and injecting it into the economy. And what it's really created has been this massive bout of inflation, which then could cause an ultimate recession because the Fed has to react. All of those things I think are well documented. I just wanted to put on the record a little element of the counterfactual, which I think is really important. And this is an article in the Wall Street Journal, and Nick, you can post this if you can, please. But I'm just going to read this, so I'm just going to look down. The first two rounds of stimulus payments lifted 11.7 million people in America out of poverty, according to the Census Bureau. Americans built up $2.7 trillion in extra savings, and some expect that, combined with rising wages, to provide them with lasting stability despite the return to more normal spending patterns and rising inflation. So I just want to make sure that all of us have heard that, because that's an incredible thing to be able to say that 11.7 million Americans in poverty are no longer in poverty because of the stimulus, which I think when you look at the right way of framing what some of these progressives want to do, I think a lot of the good intentions comes from things like this. And I just think it's important to acknowledge that that did happen. And that's something that we should really be proud of. And especially if those folks can actually stay in the lower middle and then move up to the middle class, that's an incredible outcome. And, we all supported that, I think, genuinely. And I think that that's good.
That was Chamath Palihapitiya, if I got the name right, of the AllIn podcast, a billionaire investor. This is a terrible, terrible take, a well-meaning one, a hopeful one, but one that doesn't understand second-order consequences. What he's painting is a picture in time. Now, I'm not denying the fact that being in poverty, because I've been there, is quite difficult when you're going paycheck to paycheck. When if something goes wrong, you might be out on the street. It's very, very difficult. And when you're there and you're treading water, you're looking for a way out. And suddenly what Chamath is describing, that these people are treading water. And over here, there are some stairs and you can get out of water. They throw you a little life preserver. And you grab onto that and suddenly you're not treading water for a second, you're out of the water. But in the meantime, in order to do that, in order to get that life preserver to you, they've continually flooded you, the economy, the world, with printed dollars, which just raises the level of the water. And so momentarily you're on the step. Suddenly they yank that life preserver away, the UBI, and you're once again treading water. And for each person, and there might be a few that took this time to reassess their lives and use the extra time that they had rather than to play video games, envisioned a better future for themselves, paid off a little bit of debt, and took a risk that benefited them. There's no doubt there are a couple of people that this helped. There are many, many more people knowing human psychology that just said, hey, I'm going to expect this money to come every single month. Even though I know in the future that it's not, I bet you that my progressive pals and Joe Biden are just going to continue to feed me free money.
Gave your mother a taste. Put the hook into her. Ah, she doped up good and proper.
Why am I going to learn how to climb on out of this pool of poverty that I'm in? And all of a sudden that life preserver gets yanked away, and the only thing that's happened is that you're treading water at a new high water level, and you've gotten used to the government dole. And this is why Chamath's take, while hopeful, while kind-hearted, is completely misguided. Just a little excavation of ideas that are being presented, because this was written again in the Wall Street Journal. And this is a status organization, and you know who really benefited from all that money printing were the very rich. You take a look at the super wealthy, and their net worth rose dramatically, far more than the rate of inflation, and everybody else is still treading water down there. So forget this idea. This is propaganda. This is something that is designed to get you guys to believe that the stimulus that was enacted was a positive for the nation, when in fact it was just the opposite, because it was used to get people used to being on the government dole and accepting this quote-unquote free money. We're not at the point in society where you have artificial intelligence fulfilling all the obligations of production that would enable such a system to exist. My thoughts on it, if you think I got something wrong, comment below, please, and thumb up the video, subscribe, hit the all notification bell. Have a fantastic day. Peace out.